Good afternoon, Smith family. It's Thursday. Time for the newscast. I'm Jen Hilligass, your Inside Sales and Marketing Brand Manager, bringing you some exciting news today. So in the newscast this week, we'll have the same things we usually have. The awesome photos of the week, driver-to-driver segment, and Smithiversaries. This week, the Smithiversaries are with me because I could not find Rob and Gary. I still haven't found them. We also are introducing a brand new segment. So this was inspired by Curtin and Peggy Mitchell. Now, Peggy is always preparing these amazing world-class dinners in the truck on a budget. And I had wanted to do this segment before and sort of like lost track. And then recently, Nicholas Dooley posted a photo of the dinner he was making while waiting at a shipper, and it sparked the idea again. And so we're rolling out What's Cooking, the new segment. Now, I want to invite and encourage all of you, all of our driving fleet. If you have a message to share in our driver to driver, or you have some ideas and recipes, or how you food prep, things you make in your truck, we want to share them. We want to feature you in one of these segments on the newscast. So reach out to us, private message the Smith Transport page, or you can call me. My phone number will be shown below. We also have a great message from Eric this week. Have you ever wondered what the event recorder footage looks like when it's triggered in our trucks? Well, you get to find out this week. Eric walks us through 3 different incidents, talks about them, and explains them. He also has a message about the new hours of service that you want to tune into for sure. Drake Troutman Racing, I wanted to bring to your attention, this kid is always on the move. He's always somewhere. He was in Tennessee last weekend. This weekend, starting tonight through Saturday, he'll be at Lernersville Speedway in Sarver, Pennsylvania for the Firecracker 100, and that's with the World of Outlaws late model series. Then when he's finished with that on Saturday, they head on over to Roaring Knob Speedway in Markleysburg, Pennsylvania to race there Sunday night. So tune into our Facebook page or Drake's Facebook page. We try to share as much as we can. I also quickly wanted to talk about some 4th of July sales going on at Eagle Unlimited. This hat, I always say, it's one of Barry Smith's favorite hats. We think of him as the man in black, black on black, but he really does like this hat. It's on sale for 10% off until July 7th. Also, our Defenders of Freedom military t-shirts, we have them for every branch of the military. They're also reduced by 10%. Then we have the employee designed. Amber and Tracy designed these. Amber designed the front, Tracy designed the back of the employee t-shirt. These are $10 until July 7th. So only $10. And also, the sweatshirts are marked down to $10. Same. Now the sweatshirts are a navy blue. The t-shirts are black, but $10, all sizes, $10. And these, I have this sweatshirt. It's the first thing I bought when they came out because it's so soft and light. It's not a real heavy sweatshirt, so it's great for cool evenings at the racetrack or whatever you're doing on the weekend. So it's really nice. So that's also $10. Until July 7th. So call Terry at Eagle Unlimited. Stop by the store. She's open Monday through Thursday from 8 to 3, Friday or 3:30, and then Fridays from 8 to 3. That's it, you guys, for me. Next up, we'll hear from our driver to driver and Eric Nelson.
Hello, Smith Nation. It's Eric Nelson again. Hey, today I'd like to take a second and talk about our Smart Drive project. I know that many of you already have the units installed, and we've heard some great things about the product. Let me tell you, it's done exactly what it was intended to do. Many drivers in Smith Transport have already seen exonerations coming from having that footage already placed and not really relying on he said, she said, or anybody else's word. The actual video footage has told the story. Let me give you an example of that. The video that you're about to see is us moving forward and a vehicle comes up attempting to beat us and making a turn. Watch what happens. It's clips like that that prove that this technology is definitely needed. You know, during times like this, it's very important that we have our sense of awareness heightened. You know, anytime that we're not taking the time to pay full attention to the task at hand, it always places us in a very unsafe environment. Often, we don't make contact, but we get awfully close. And sometimes, it's not the other vehicle's fault. Sometimes it's actually ours. Whenever we relinquish our duty of full awareness, things like this can happen. Let me show you this. Incidents like that, many of you see them on the roadway every single day. Let me tell you, this is why safety is so important and can never be substituted for anything. Safety has to be the number one priority. It's safety that gets us on our routes safely, but it's also safety that gets us home every single day. It's safety that ensures that we're able to do our job and sustain through the traffic and the hardships and the weather that you have to deal with every single day. So make sure that safety is your number one priority. But before I go, one other thing. We're seeing an uptick in deer strikes. And that's not your fault. You know, maybe the deer, they're antsy as well. They're ready to get out. Be that as it may, it's uncharacteristic to see the number of deer strikes that we're seeing during this time of year. However, you've handled it very, very well. Listen, if you ever encounter deer or any animal on the roadway, make sure that you maintain your lane. Don't try to swerve to avoid the animal. If you're going to brake, make sure it's a controlled braking with both hands on the steering wheel. After the event, let me tell you, the unit is going to capture it. But if you want to pull over to your nearest safe haven to examine your truck just to ensure that your truck is still in prime operating condition, call in and let us know so that we can make sure and get it repaired. If repairs are needed, we can also review the footage if that's warranted. But let me show you what it looks like when we encounter an animal on the roadway. Take a look at this. You know, unfortunately, those of you who are on the Walmart fleet, those of you who are running a lot of these rural roads, you see a lot of this. And you know as well as I do, you're seeing it more and more and more. But hey, that's why we have professional drivers behind the wheels that are trained to encounter such instances as this. Let me tell you, you're doing a great job. Here's what we're seeing because of your efforts. We're seeing fewer DOT recordable accidents. We're seeing our CSA scores lowered to the point that our crash basic is set to fall below threshold. This will be the first time in a number of years that Smith Transport has seen that. We're seeing our maintenance costs lowered, well below budget. And we're seeing you as professional drivers moving from point A to point B successfully and safely on a more consistent basis. We're also seeing fewer roadside inspections because our numbers look so much better. Hey, no one here can take the credit for it. It's all because of the efforts and the things that you do on a daily basis. That's what makes Smith Transport the number one carrier. Thanks for all you do. Stay safe out there. And if we can do anything to help, please reach out and let us know. Remember, we're the safety department with a Colombian coffee. You take care, and we'll see you soon.
Hey everyone, it's time for our Smith Transport Smithiversary segment. This week, celebrating 11 years, is Brian Grove. We all know Brian Grove makes some mean hard rock candy too as well. Drew Morrison with 7 years, Rudy Bright with 6, Joe Detweiler with 5 years, Kenneth Lerman with 5, Justin Switzer with 4, Chad Ellison with 3, Charlotte Ratowski with 2, Drew Freeman with 2, Dante Rogers with 2, and all the rest have 1 year of service. That's Michael Reese, David Ford, you may recognize that name from some incredible photos we get on Facebook. Thomas Blue, Dennis Spencer, Reginald Rivers, and Tazinski Foster. So as always, congratulations on your Smith anniversaries. We look forward to many more to come.
Hey everybody, this is Curtin, truck number 2991. For those of you that know me, you know I'm blessed to have my wife Peggy in the truck with me, cooking some awesome meals. Jen had reached out and asked if we would do a video. Neither one of us are very comfortable doing this, but with some prodding, I was able to convince Peggy to do it. The savings financially and the benefits health-wise, you can't put a price on. You know, not eating the truck stop foods and everything. So 95% of our meals are cooked right here in the truck. You know, every now and then we'll have a cheat day where we'll suck it up and, you know, if we're tired or get shut down late, we'll eat at a truck stop. But 95% of the meals are cooked here in the truck. Before I hand it over to Peggy with her meal prep for tonight, just wanted to let everybody know that she has a page. It's called Peggy's Interstate Diner. You can check it out, give it a like, you'll see a bunch of pictures of the stuff that she's prepared in the truck. And if you have any questions, you can just direct message her. But other than that, I'm going to turn it over to Peggy.
I'm going to give you a quick video. I'm going to try and not babble on, but the biggest thing I do is meal prep for the week. I have all my meals prepped out and ready to go, so when we're shut down, it makes it easier. If Kurt wants to scan over and see all my vegetables and my chicken, everything's cut up for 2 people for the night, my spices and his green olives. So I'm going to start in just a few minutes, and I'm going to spray the pan with virgin oil spray, olive oil spray. Make sure it's nice and greased. I'm going to drop my carrots in towards the center. My potatoes. And then I'm going to cover them. Putting my skillet up on medium, and I'm going to let them steam till they're cooked halfway through, and then we'll move on to the next step. I'm going to add my salt and pepper. I like sea salt. And he likes some extra pepper, so we're going to be spicing that up with some pepper. That's pretty much it till they are steamed half. The potatoes and the carrots are halfway done, and they're starting to brown up really nice. So now I'm going to add my onions to my potatoes, which of course already got cut up from before. I'm going to add my string beans, fresh string beans, to the top of the carrots to steam them. Now I'm going to add my chicken breast, boneless chicken breast. You see how my pan's nice and searing up. I'm going to put my chicken right in the middle of that, right on the hot spot. And now I'm going to add my lemon pepper seasoning. I've already turned my burner down because you don't want to cook chicken at a high temperature because it makes it tough. That's all I'm going to add to the chicken. I'm going to cover it back up, and I'm going to let it simmer for approximately 20 minutes, and it should be done. I will also, in the meantime, stir up the home fries, the potatoes, and the onions, and be good to go. Supper is done. Everything is cooked thoroughly, steamed, and you can see I have lots of juices in the bottom, which help keep the chicken moist and juicy. I did add a few extra spices into my food. I added some Italian seasoning onto my home fries, some minced garlic, some more salt and pepper, and this is a lemon pepper by Pampered Chef that I use on our chicken tonight.
Hello, Smith Nation. As you know, the new hours of service revision has been released. The final rule, it is out. We told you before that we're preparing training modules and mechanisms for the fleet and in-house staff. We're about finished with that. So in the month of July, you will see that training roll through via Infinity and through other mechanisms such as this. We're going to start the 1st of July training our in-house fleet, that's fleet managers, customer service, safety team, to make sure that we're 100% up to speed on all of the training and the changes and exactly how it's going to affect, both positively and potentially negatively, our fleet. So I want you to stay prepared, understanding that come September, it's going to be time to flip the switch. Before that time, as that training is released, please make sure you can complete your Infinity modules. And if you have any questions, please contact us in safety. Look, we've been waiting a long time for this revision, and now that it's here, we want to make sure that we take full advantage. So make sure as we roll it out that you're clear, and if there's anything that we could do to make it clearer or to answer any questions, please hit us up in safety. Hey, thanks for all you do. Stay safe out there. We'll see you.